on the channel from the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Wave line, we've got the Hobgoblin, and we've got Ben Reilly's Spider-Man. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we conclude Marvel Legends' brand new retro Spider-Man wave with the Hobgoblin and Ben Reilly's Spider-Man. But remember, for all your Spider-Man, Marvel Legends, and everything else under the sun needs, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. And of course, these sold my heart many years ago in the 90s, the packaging on these, and so cool to have these brought back here in 2022. Ben Reilly is an interesting one. As I was a kid reading comics around the time Ben Reilly's rise to fame happened, the Clone Saga, all that. I know a lot of people hated that time in Marvel and Spider-Man. I loved it though. I was all in on Ben Reilly. I really did enjoy that, one of the few. I also really enjoyed the Age of Apocalypse around that same time as well. So who knows? Go figure. You like what you like. You don't what you don't, so there it is. And then Hobgoblin, of course, a more demented Green Goblin, some would say, but interesting to get a retread of him, as we've had a Marvel Legends in the past of both of these. But the Hobgoblin, will compare the old one against the new one, see what we think. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we'll see where it goes from there. And I'm going to start off with the Hobgoblin, because I'm anxious to see the differences between these two Hobgoblins. But there it is. You got the little glamour shot like we're accustomed to from like we're back in 1992 or something. Spider-Man up top looking only like Spider-Man could look if he was in the 90s retro carded series from Marvel Legend here in 2022. Marvel Comics logo, old school logo. I love that there. And you got the Hobgoblin in there. You got his glider. He's got his pumpkin. All that fun stuff. On the back, we got the UPCs, we got the warnings, we got the Spider-Man up there again. We've got a blurb, we've got a little glamour shot, and then, of course, we got the beautiful cross-sell. And we've unboxed all these on the channel, so if you missed one, go back, check out the videos. A very, very solid set. I did like these as a whole very, very much. So, very good set out of the Marvel Legends team. Bring on another wave of these. Get us that Rhino. Get us that Lizard. Give us a Smythe. Give us a Madam Web. Give us Aunt May. There's a lot to still be done in the Spider-Man retro wave. Hopefully we see that someday soon. So there it is. Let's get old Hobgoblin out of the package here. Always go through the bottom on these cards. Is how I do it. Always pains me because these are beautiful cards on here. I would never doubt anybody that keeps these mint on card. They are that good. See you later. Goodbye. Spider-Man style. See you later. There it goes. Plastic prison time. Hobgoblin rocking his cape. Real hard too. It is cape season, as we all know. This does give me flashbacks to a kid with the old Hobgoblin, especially the purple glider. And then remember they had the deluxe vehicle that was his big glider. It was like the little glider fitted on the big glider. And you could have a massive glider for the Hobgoblin. I remember having that as well. Always interesting. Let's get the Hobgoblin out of here. Watch out for that pumpkin. You can easily lose it. Be careful. And Hobgoblin. Oh, there it is. See you later up over the top. Bam, there it goes. All right, so we get Hobgoblin's purse, but he told me to make sure I call it a merce. So this is his merce, his man purse right here. We had this on the other one. We'll compare it, of course. But he's got a purple purse there. You know, he's got his bombs in there, his weapons. He's digging in there, digging for some stuff. Sometimes he carries his gum in there because he doesn't have the freshest of breath, is what I've been told. Of course, you got the glider. It just reminds me of the old school glider. It's like the one, actually it's totally different than the one we got in the past. So we got a new glider here, but very reminiscent of the old one, especially the little gargoyle type face at the front here. Very cool, a little bit smaller than the past ones we've gotten. And then of course we've got the jack-o'-lantern here, you know, his bomb, his Halloween bomb is what I always thought of it, pumpkin bomb here. And I think we saw that with Jack-O-Lantern before, we saw it with the other Hobgoblin, and I think we're seeing it now. So getting the most out of your molds, you got to do that kind of stuff. But then you get down to this Hobgoblin figure. Now, this doesn't feel as menacing as the last Hobgoblin figure we got in Marvel Legends, and I guess no better time than now. I'll bust him out right now. Put him on his glider. The glider's nice. It kind of works as a stand. I like this Hobgoblin. This Hobgoblin is a very pricey figure, so I know a lot of people that missed out on this are very happy to get this one. I like the darker tone. I like the scaly skin tone on this one. The dark wash on the cape, making it just grimy and dirty. And then the more sinister, sadistic, scary looking face on this one. This one looks like it's something out of a horror movie, where this one looks like it's out of a 90s animated TV series, which that ain't all bad either. The glider, totally different. Like I said, much bigger glider on this one. Definitely some differences there, but I really do. Nothing against this one, but I'm going to stick with the old one as my favorite. It is some reuse on the head and stuff, just a totally different painting, or paint, I guess, on the head. But this one is just more nightmare fuel. This is more grimy every single day. This is straight animated style. Nothing wrong with either of them. It's just, what do you prefer? I prefer this one, but this one is still very good. Very bright, vibrant colors on here. The blue and the yellowish orange really do pop on this. You know, beautiful hand guards here. Just, it really does pop. Really cool. He does got a longer, no, it's the same one. It's the same head. He's got that back there. Cape, torn, tattered. This is a guy that's seen some things. He's been in some battles, of course. Double jointed knees on him, double jointed elbows. A little bit rough, though. We've had this problem with Marvel Legends as of late, and I don't remember them as bad recently, but it seems like 2022, maybe the plastic is a little cheaper, but I could see people breaking this arm off if you're not careful. Very reminiscent of AEW Jazzwares. Is this catching on in other lines? The weak elbows, the weak joints. We don't want that. Nobody wants broken toys running out of the package, and it just worries me, especially with little kids out there. They're a little rougher than old Kyle is most of the time on their action figures. But this is pretty good. Does he fit on a ringside stand? Of course he does, but you don't really need him on a stand. You're going to put him on his glider for sure. That's just the way you got to do those things. But he does fit. We did check that out. Let's see how well he fits on his glider. Going to give him a little bit of bend here. Very wide stance on this glider. And it'd be great if you get him in a flight stand or something like that, but I don't think he fits as well as the other Hobgoblin. It just doesn't kind of loop into the feet like you really want it to. At least what I'm trying to do right here. I might have to play with it a while. I mean, he fits, but I guess it is what it is. He does fit, but I think he'll fall. Yeah, he's not going to stay in there. You have to get it just right. It might be hard to get him to stay in there. So it is what it is. It just doesn't feel super sturdy, though, if I can convey that message. He doesn't feel like he's got a sturdiness to him. Like we unboxed Shocker, he felt like a strong, sturdy figure. This one doesn't feel as sturdy, but it still looks pretty cool. Animated series Hobgoblin, you really can't go wrong with that in your collection. But if you had to choose, I'm choosing that one, but still cool enough. That's the Hobgoblin there. Now we turn our attention over to Ben Reilly Spider-Man. I said before, I love Ben Reilly Spider-Man. I was all into it. I didn't have anything against Peter Parker. I enjoyed him too, but I thought it was a cool twist, a cool change of pace, and then all was right in the world like a year, 2 years later. They fixed their mistakes, like always happens. Superman dies, he comes back. Peter Parker's not Spider-Man, he comes back. You guys know how that goes. It's just the way comic books go. Everything comes back full circle most of the time. Same packaging, though, of course, that we've seen with this line. So this is the last one, so we've seen it many times. I really do like that old school Marvel Comics logo. Beautiful action shot there of old Ben Reilly. Probably swinging off to fight the Jackal, maybe. Who was that other guy that was in the Clone Saga? Was it Kane? Was it like Kane, I think was his name? I remember him being like kind of a cool bad guy, he was like a clone of Spider-Man that went wrong or something. Or we got to have his figure. That's long and short of it. We need to get his figure. Hopefully that happens one of these days. But there's old Ben Reilly Spider-Man. On the back, we got all the usual stuff. We got the cross-sell, the warnings, the UPCs, the blurb, the Spider-Man logo. Nice artwork up top as well. Let's dig into it. Let's see what old Ben Reilly's up to. Where's Ben Reilly these days? Like I said, I don't really follow comics anymore. See you later, rookie. What's he up to? Is he still around? I thought for, like, he died or something. Like, and then they found out he wasn't the real, but then he probably came back too. I don't know. It's hard to keep track of. See you later. Up high. See you later, Spider-Man style. Psh, there it goes. I thought he died and then came back. Maybe he's still around. Maybe he's part of a team or something. I thought he was a cool enough character to warrant to stick around, at least for me. Plastic Prison, 2 extra sets of hands. That's what you got to have with these Spider-Man figures. He's got the old Jimmy Snuka, I love you hands on him. He's got the open hands, and you got 2 fisted hands like every superhero needs to have. Pull him out there. All right, come on. Come on, Ben, let me have your hand. I got 1 hand, there's 2 hands. And there we go. See you later. Goodbye. All right, 2 fisted hands. Really cool with the effect of the red and the blue mixed throughout. Looks really good. Like that all day long. Then you got the regular hands here, flipping out. Very cool. Choose your own hand adventure. Spider-Man has to have these sets of hands with really every Spider-Man figure because everybody does it a little bit differently. Now we get to old Ben Reilly Spider-Man, and I like it. I mean, I know he's not for everybody, but it just brings me back. Got the old butterfly joints on this one, getting the deep stretches if you need to. Bi and thigh swivel, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. Wish it was pinless jointed, but it is not. But you can get all kinds of articulation out. I really do like this Spider-Man head too. This is what I think of. When I think of Spider-Man head, I close my eyes. This is kind of what I vision. Obviously, there's different versions that are very similar to this, but this is very, very good. I do like that a whole lot. The pinless joints are always, pinless joints. The joints are always a little upsetting with the pins there, as you can see the red inside the blue. And then the red inside the blue on here too. I get it. I just wish they could fix that, but we've seen that for many years. It's one of those things. It is what it is. I guess it wouldn't be that hard to touch that up with some blue paint. I don't know why they don't do that in the factory. Hopefully one day that does happen. Does he fit on a ringside stand? Of course he does. You know, Marvel Legends, I tell you, these stands are sleepers for your Marvel Legends figures. He fits like a glove on there. How about a little comparison to the old Retro Wave Spider-Man? This is the holy grail. I can't believe how many of these I passed up. Who knows? If I would have bought all these I saw back in the day in my fig hunts, I could have like funded a down payment on a house or something, or maybe not, but you know what I mean. I got to think this will be coming back out with some variations because there's too much meat on the bone, too much money to be made. They got to have this guy basically out at all times. They should almost make a top picks line like they do in the wrestling figures where certain stars, Rey Mysterio looking at you, he's always on the shelf pegs. They almost need to do that with this Spider-Man. Just constantly release it. Just have it out in the pegs all the time. Might be a good idea. Hasbro, free tip for you guys. But you can kind of compare Ben Reilly Spider-Man versus the regular retro Spider-Man. Some differences, of course. Ben Reilly, he had to pave his own way, so he had to change his suit up a little bit to be the real Spider-Man there. So we got that. And then in the same wave, of course, the one everybody's going crazy for, the Symbiote Spider-Man. Everybody wants this bad boy. Everybody loves this one. Same figure here. Same everything, it looks like. Giving it the old look-see here, but it seems to be the exact same body across the board. I believe it is very cool. I don't know which one I like better. I don't know. I do like the black one. This was about the time I started understanding Spider-Man. Obviously, I saw old cartoons, him and his friends and stuff with Iceman. So I knew the regular Spider-Man, but then when I was first starting to look at stuff, seeing comics, he was in his black suit. And I'm like, oh, what's this all about? Why has he got black suit? We know the rest is history there. But we've had some good Spider-Man figures over the last couple of years. And a lot of ones people are really craving, really wanting with this one. Of course, the black one. Ben Reilly, maybe not so much. But for somebody like me, I'm happy because I don't believe, I looked around, I don't think I had the original Ben Reilly Spider-Man. For whatever reason, I missed that one back in the day. Happy to have that now. I'll have him with the Jackal probably displayed somewhere in my action figure collection tour. You'll see hopefully in March if you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. It will be coming. So there it is. There's some Spider-Man, the last of the retro wave. Gotta say, I absolutely love the retro wave. Keep them coming. Give them to us like twice a year at least. Give us some exclusives like the J. Jonah Jameson, the Kingpin. Give us some of those. That's perfect for the Rhino and Lizard. I hope to see more of this here in the future because these really are great for nostalgia purposes, on-card collectors, and loose collectors. It really does check all the boxes. So bravo, Marvel Legends team. We love these. Get us some more. So what do you guys think, though? Put it down in the comments. Let me know your favorites of the wave. Gotta say, I like really all of them. Hobgoblin's probably my weakest one. Just the old one is such a strong figure. Tough to replace that one. I do like these two Spider-Mans a whole lot. And then that Hammerhead figure, a super sleeper. So I would have to put all of them at the top. Probably Shocker and Hobgoblin towards the back. But you can't go wrong with any of the figures in this wave. I recommend getting every single one of them. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Of course, SirPaul64 is where you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for the Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man wave, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.